I just want to welcome our guests tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Quinn.
Thank you for having us. Feel very
Kammeon,
blessed.
you missed a great first 5 minutes of the recording. We got to edit that whole
Wonderful.
recording.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Before we get started, man, we just want y'all to introduce. I'm gonna start off with Mr. Phillips first. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody, what you do and what you got going on at this very moment.
Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Terrick Phillips. I play basketball overseas. I'm going to my 7th year playing. I played last season. I just finished up in Serbia playing. At the moment, it's a standstill because of the COVID. So, it's just here. We just a standstill waiting to see what they're gonna do with the COVID. But yeah,
Mr. Holsey? Oh, you? That's all you
I
had?
was done.
Okay.
All right. So I'll let Cam take the rest.
Are you a fool? Can y'all hear me, Quinn?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you good.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kammeon Holsey. I go by Cam from Sparta, Georgia. I went to high school at Hancock Central. I played at Georgia Tech 4 years. Got my degree in liberal arts. And after that, I played 2 years in the NBA D League. And I'm currently been playing overseas my last 5 years. At this present moment, I just returned from Ukraine a month ago because of the pandemic. So right now, I'm actually just chilling right now. Actually working on some stuff. Working on the book, just coming out next year, and basically just enjoying this time to get my mental right. And also, besides what I do on the court, I have my own foundation called the Cam Cares Foundation, and that's youth mentorship in my hometown, Sparta, Georgia. As you know, I'm from a rural area, and the poverty rate is high, and not too much exposure opportunity for kids. So I try to provide positive outlets to help young African Americans and also anybody else out. So it's just a little bit about what I do.
That's cool, Cam. I'm glad you touched on that. Quick question as far as the mental, keeping your mental in shape. I know you mentioned that, seeing that the season's been put on a hold, it look like for both of you guys. How are you, making sure your mental is in shape, making sure you are keeping that health as far as your mental and taking the necessary steps for yourself? Like, what are you doing?
That's a good question, man. I didn't get your name.
Oh, man, I'm Smike, man. I just called me Swayze. Either one, man. Nice to meet you too, Cam.
Oh, nice to meet you, bro. Oh, Swayze. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question. But what I do, man, I'm a big Queen Terry knows too, but I'm a spiritual guy, but I wake up in the morning, I do positive affirmations, making sure that my mind is right, and I pray before I leave out my house. And not only that, I read, and that's what I do that's what works for me, for it's like me speaking positive things in my life, praying and making sure that whatever I'm listening to and what I'm watching, they're not killing my mind. It's keeping my mental up, because like you said, in this time of days, man, I've been isolated, and just with all this going on, man, like it'll have your mind going in negative ways. So you got to keep yourself together. So I always find my peace, when I pray. So that's what I do, bro.
Okay. Dope. That's good. That's good.
There, do you want to expound on that a little bit more?
Sure. That was great. Like, you must pray. Like, that's the most important thing. Without God, nothing is possible. God is everything. So you pray, you claim it, and it will happen. Just mentally, just keep yourself busy. Just try to get yourself ready for after basketball. Because we getting old, the knees messing up, getting 30. I'm 32. So, you gotta find something to do like after basketball. Yeah, Cam, I'm a little old. Yeah, you
young, man.
Terry,
chicken over there, young fella.
Hey, the good thing is, bro, you look like you in your 20s, so it's a good thing, So you got to keep whatever you're doing, bro. Keep going, but
right.
Appreciate it. Let me get a sip. Let me get a sip on that. I appreciate it. But
I have a question for y'all, man. Both of y'all do play overseas and have a long-term career overseas. What made y'all want to play overseas basketball? I don't care which one, either one of y'all can start.
I go first. The Cal had got NBA experience. You know,
Hey, you stupid.
so I take mine first. Mine was as I went to college, and my school wasn't that big because I didn't do no schoolwork, so I had to go to a smaller college at NAIA.
Mm-hmm.
And the chances of me coming from my school going to NBA was like slim to none.
Gotcha.
So I had to take the best advantage I can take, and that was going overseas.
Gotcha.
I wanted to continue my career playing basketball, and I know NBA was not my shot, so I just went overseas, did the same thing, doing something I can get paid for that I love.
Gotcha. That's Cam. What about you?
Basically, so what got me to want to play ball overseas? Well, I always had like Terry, I always had dreams. Of course, coming from where I'm from, going D1 first. I was very specific. I want to go D1 after that. Go to the league. If I didn't make it in the league, I'll go overseas and play. And so that's something I already had as a kid, going to play overseas. But as far as the experience, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't change. Like Terry said, it's always a blessing to get paid to do what you love to do. And I've been putting a ball in the hole ever since the age of 6. So somebody said they're gonna pay me for it. I was like, I can't turn that.
6.
So what?
Only 6.
I'm saying, I started early. What I'm saying? I started early, bro, but like I ain't really know what I was doing. Like it's 6 years old, when I'm 4, 5, but I've been, putting the ball in the hole at age 6, and when somebody said they'll pay me for it, I'm like, shoot, why not do it? Because I don't want to really work just me, working 9 to 5, which ain't nothing wrong with it. But if I have to, of course I do it. But I always been the type of person that, I want to move how I want to move, and do what I love to do. But and with that, with playing overseas, like Terry been playing for a long time, you get to travel and you get to see the world. Right. And also, and breaking that generational cycle. No one, my family tree. My mom and dad went to college, respectively, went to Talladega, played basketball, and I was the only one with D1, and currently right now, only one who had a chance, opportunity who playing professionally. So I'm really just trying to set the tone for whoever else in my family, as far as sports or whatever they want to do, not even sports related.
What's up, man?
So, was the family inspiration, the support, was that big for you all moving and taking that transition, going from the States and going overseas? Like how is that, what I'm saying? Even if y'all do have children, or if you don't have children, what I'm saying? Like, how is that whole family side and relationship side, how does that work as far as that whole transition?
Because it can't be easy, coming from the US and then trying to go over somewhere where the language barrier, could be difficult. So how y'all deal with that?
You want to answer that first, Terry?
Yeah, I go first. I set the bar. But now, like, transition from this and have your family support, that's very big. Like, my mom, she played basketball in college, and she got her career counseled because she got pregnant with my brother. So me carrying the torch on and continue to play, that was like the biggest thing in our family. Like, I'm the first person in our family that ever played professional basketball. And also I just started playing basketball probably my 10th and 11th grade. And coming out of high school, like, no offers, no college offers, nothing like that. That's like the biggest thing that can happen. And my family support me so much. It's like the biggest thing. I like, family is everything. And the support they give, the love they give, they keep pushing me. Some days you don't want to get up and work out. They call and tell you to come work out. And it's like bigger than family. It's like your trainers, your friends, the younger generation. They just push you to where you need to be at. So the support is there, but it's hard to transition because of, the language and everything. You missing your family. I ain't got no kids, but I got 2 dogs that I go like 6, 7 months when I see them. And it's very tough.
They like children. Shit, might as well. They like children, for real, for real.
Right. You're right. I got 2 of them. I love,
It's good you say that though, man. You got to find that motivation to really take that leap of faith too. Moving on. Moving on, faith is big. And I know you guys, believe in God and pray a lot too. So I just wanted to touch on that killer instinct almost that you had to instill to be at the level you all are at and have been at. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole motivation side. So
yeah, for the most part, like, I pick up on Terry, like everything he said. With me and like Terry and Quinn, we all played. me and Quinn played AU together. You know, we all with Georgia Stars, and I ain't getting no Terrick until when I think since I started playing pro ball and I was in Macon.
I mentioned the Queen.
Yeah, he made it through Quinn. So like we all had a lot in common. We come like the areas we come from. They both small, you know what I'm saying, country, like, you know, Macon a little bit more city than where I'm from. But basically I'm from a place with 2 stoplights. That's it. So they're right there with enough motivation for me right there. You know, growing up in a single wide trailer, which I'm not bashing, but like we had everything we need. You know, we were in a working class family, but also my parents' motivation. They went to school, got their degrees and played college ball. And also the support system. My mom and dad both coach high school basketball. My mama is currently still coaching high school basketball the last 20 years. My dad coached middle school. So it was just like it's like a family pedigree. Like, you know, I knew I was gonna do it, but the fact that I had that support system and you know, it just motivated me and pushed me. And like, to answer your question for is motivation, the killer instinct. Quinn and Terry as being basketball players, so you gotta have that killer instinct to be the next level, because either kill or be, you know, kill or be killed. So you got to be hungry. That's the only way I tell kids. No matter what you do, no matter how much talent you have, no matter how tall, small, big, you got to have that killer instinct. You got to have that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? It's a dog eat dog world. So like I tell people, you come beside me, only one person got this gym. It ain't gonna be. Like I said, only one person gonna lead the gym, and I ain't gonna lead the gym. So I'm gonna outwork you regardless of how talented you are. No, that's what I believe in.
True. And yeah, man, I play with these guys, man. Just so you know, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I play with these guys, man. I know these guys, man. They phenomenal on that court as well too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do got some more questions, man. Before I get into those questions, it was a pleasure playing with all y'all, man. I played with every single person on this podcast, and I learned something from every single person. Whether it was Smite, you know, with his quickness, whether it was Terrick with, you know, he had the heart of a lion, and then Kammeon, you know, his height, but he had the presence of a point guard. You know, when he came down the court, he could do whatever with the ball. So all that stuff, I just always looked up to all of y'all when it came to playing, even though, you know, I was a very heady, what they call a heady point guard. I always try to look into every single person and see what they had that I could kind of take from. And I mean, I really appreciate y'all for being a part of that in my whole career of basketball. So I appreciate all y'all, man, for real. But so getting into it a little bit more, did you all make a highlight tape at all? You know, trying to find your agent. How did you find the agent? Was that a tough road for y'all to find a good agent? Or, you know, tell me some of them stories about them agent or two, you know, that y'all ran into. You don't have to say no names, but tell us some of those stories, and, you know, some things that people that's going into that, trying to play overseas, looking into it, what they can look for, so they won't run into those roadblocks that y'all did.
Well, look, I start this one out because I know Terry had a little hard out there. You know, Terry really grinded up, and his story a little different from mine. But playing at Georgia Tech, you know, the best, one of the best conference. I say the best conference at the time in the world, ACC, top of the top. And one thing I tell kids who don't know, you know, like Quinn asked me, how did you find an agent? You don't find an agent; the agent come find you, because the agent works for you. When you after college, the agent works for you. Meaning is like, if the agent don't get you in the jobs, then he don't eat. So if you don't eat, he don't eat. If you don't eat, you don't eat. So in order for you to get a job, he has to get you the job. So I had my first year coming out my last year coming out of college, I had like 4 agents interested in me. I met with all of them. You know, they told me the game plan. You know, but I went with the one who just honest with me. Like Cam said, you're gonna have to grind it out, because my last season I only played 18 minutes a game. You know, of course I produced at a high level, but I didn't have enough numbers to get me in the NBA workout. So I had to grind. So I went with my agent, Jamie Knox, and I've been with him ever since I've been out of college. I've been with him since 2014. So not too many people can say that, because a lot of guys in Terrick, you know, they go through different agent chain. Like some guys fight agent every year, every 2 years they go against. Yeah. Some guys have 4 agents every, you know, within a year. So it's a tricky game, man. But for the most part, you really have to be careful, because some agents mean well, some don't, and some are you lucky and fortunate to have an agent like I did, Jamie Knox, who represents a lot of other players too, like Josh Powell. But like I said, for that process, you really just got to go with your heart telling you to. and understand at the end of the day, you're not working for them, they're working for you. So if they're not doing their job, you got to stay on it. If they're not doing their job, you got to move on and fire them and on to the next. And for as I'll say any guys right now, for as if you looking to play professional ball overseas, or you looking to play professional ball in the NBA, I would say do your homework on your agent, do your homework on the agency. Know your value too. I'll never let nobody degrade your value. Know your value. Sometimes you may have to settle for the first time, just get your foot in the door, but know your value. And if it's something that you're not, if it's something that you're not agreeing with, you got to move on to the next. Because in life, I learned that you got to take chances. And sometimes I really don't call it failure if you take chances and fail. I just call it like a life lesson. You only fail if you don't take chances in life. So that's what I say.
Good point. Good point.
Those are facts. Those facts right there. See, his process was a whole lot easier because he came from, the Division One. But my process, man, it's a long story. But the long story short, I went to a small school, NAIA. So I'm really like the first person out of my school to go overseas. And finding an agent, man, I had to make All-American. I had to leave my school in points. I had to do everything possible to just get a look at from 2 or 3 agencies. I had to get highlight tapes. I had to go to camps. I had to do it all. And I ended up going to the USA Select camp. It was like it really wasn't it was supposed to be a Euro camp to set you up for the next level to connect you to teams and connect you to agencies. But it was a scam. They'll try to get you. So I went to the camp, I went crazy. And I actually came home with nothing. But an agent had reached out to me, asked me did I have did I plan on have a deal that I have anybody I signed to. I was like, no. He was like, I can get you in South America, but it was a poor country. So he was like, I get in South America the first year. So I had to just take it, got my foot in the door. I did good. I made all Latin team. And I didn't sign with that agent. I ended up going with another agent named David Gonzalez out of Spain. And after that, I put my foot in the door. He signed me. I've been with him for like last 4 years. I just got rid of him. I'm with an agent right now, Cyprus. His name is Newer. So I just signed with him like 4 months ago. So at my stage, man, you get rid of agencies because this agent might tell you that, this agent might work hard on that, this agent might have a good reputation. But the longer you play overseas and you're not coming from the top stage like Kammeon, if you come from like a stage like I did, and you just had to work for everything, you're gonna go through so many agencies. Like Kammeon, I got an agent, they got NBA players, got all this stuff, top players, $1 million players. My agent that I just signed with, I had to take my steps to get to that type of agent. So if you just stay on the grind and it's a marathon and not a sprint. If you come from where I'm from, it's a marathon. Take your time, grind, and stay positive and keep your faith and keep your foot on their neck. And everything will come out how you want it to come out.
So, what you saying that, man, what was your reasons for really giving up those agents? Like, what did you see in the other agents that the other ones didn't have for you? Because, like I said, it's younger people that's probably going to want to see this. And when they see it, they'll be like, okay, he went step by step. It's a lot of people that don't make it a D1 like Kammeon did. And that they might go D2 or NAIA or come out of JUCO and they want to go, take the player, they want to play overseas. And they're going to have to take the step that you took, which were, like you said, it's a marathon. And so just give us a little bit more on what you think those agents did for you as far as learning kind of the business side of it.
You okay?
No, go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
Like certain agents, like my first agent, he was the guy that actually just helped me get my foot in the door. And it's like certain agents for certain levels. And certain levels, the more levels you go up, the more money that you get. So you might start off at a starter agent. You might get, your slim to none. You might start off at nothing, or you might start off at $1,000 or so. So you go crazy. You might have to step up to a new agent that's in the mid level. They might be from 2,000 to 5,000. They might have different ranges of teams that they mess with. Then you go crazy, you might have to get another agent, a top agent. So it's like certain levels for different agencies. So every agent know their level. Like some agent might be like, yeah, you're too big for me. It might time for you to move on. Some agents know that. But some agent might try to keep you just to put money in their pocket. And you just gotta know. Like you have to know, take a risk, or you might have to talk to somebody that's older and been through the process.
I can't
And they'll
say
help
like you
you
gotta
go
make it
through it.
work.
Yeah, they go through it. Cause it's a like Cam said, it's a dog eat dog world. They don't care about you. They just want to get paid. They don't care if they put you on their team over here with no car, no apartment, nothing. You might have their agent that actually look out for you. They have a good reputation. So they really don't even care. They just trying to get paid, really. So it's best to just do your research, Google, see who all got this player here, this client here, who playing here, he playing there, and that's it. You just gotta do your research, and you do your research, you'll find a good agent, have a long career.
Right. Now, that's a good answer, Terry. Like Terry, he mentioned some lot of points because he went through, like I said, he went through all that process, and it's tough. Like it's tough trying to come overseas and play without any representation. And that's what I want to pick up on when y'all asked about the business side, the business side of it. My first 2 years, I just was just playing, but as I continued to play, I learned the business side of the game, and basically, I was fortunate that my agent was pretty loyal. He was real with me. I never had a situation where I went to a team where I didn't get paid on time, or I didn't have a apartment, or I didn't have a car. Everywhere that I went, as long as I got paid on time, I had an apartment, or at the time we need a car now, I was good. Those three things was the most important things about I was there, because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna be overseas, if I don't have those three things, it don't need for me to be away from my family for like 8, 9 months out of the year. You get what I'm saying? So those are the most important things for me. And for the business side of it, I learned that I know you guys agree that life revolves around relationships. Can y'all hear me, Quinn?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
life revolves around relationships. So as I continue to play, I realized that, don't just, of course, as you're young, you're just trying to get there, get your bread and leave. But as I continue to start playing, I started developing a relationship with my coaches. The reason why, because I know you never know when I may need them again, and you never
Right.
know after I retire. I wouldn't even want to become an agent. And by me having a relationship with them coaches I play for, the president organization, by me, I get a relationship. I got a kid down here in Macon. I got a kid down here in Hancock. I feel like they're good enough to play from the college. Off the strength of my word and off my character, they'll give them a shot. So that's the business aspect of that world. And now, but if I want to play another 4 years, uh, be honest with you, I won't even need my agent, because I'm pretty much established myself. And for the business side of it, I can just market myself. You know what I'm saying? And take all of that. You get what I'm saying? So them different aspects of it.
Okay. Um, any one of y'all can answer this one. Just what do you deem the most effective way to be successful overseas? Like, what are the things overseas that you may not see in the States? Is it are they working out more days? Is it are they in the gym lifting more days? Like what is it that you all feel along with the killer instinct? What's the success factor there as far as being overseas? You know what I'm saying? What's their style of play like?
For me, for the most part, I played in different countries. Like I played in Europe, and I also played in Bogota. I also played in Lebanon and the Middle East. So had my share of play in different countries. But for the most part, I say the thing that, because I know this guy's been overseas and they done left. For once, you got to be able to fit the system. Like I tell people, you can be good, but you got to be able to fit the style of play that the coach wants you to play. That's the one thing. The other thing I would say, you just got to do your job, man. Like doing your job, just be on time. Uh, do what the coach asks you to do. Be a good teammate on out the court. Like those are simple things to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be time. My first year overseas, I bumped here with my coach. And everybody know me. I'm a good player. I'm coachable. And I'm not a hothead. But my philosophy was, like Quinn said, I'm a bucket. I'm gonna get a bucket. In European, they want you to swing that thing around. To get everybody involved. But look, coach, I understand what you're saying, but we gotta win. And I get my numbers up so I can get paid more money next year. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm being selfish, but sometimes you gotta take the extra step. But just doing that, and also like I realized that you don't want to mess up your own money because you let your pride get in the way, which means the coach trying to tell you do this, but you're like, nah, coach, I'm gonna do it my way. And the next week, they're gonna knock on your door. You got a plane ticket on the way back to Atlanta. So my thing is play what you say? Just do your play your role. Play your role, know your role. You make your money and do what you gotta do. And for me, that's the main thing for sticking overseas. And also for your mental. Like I said, you over there 8, 9 months out of the year. After 2 hours of practice, you may have one more practice. So that's 4 hours and you done for the day. So what you do between them hours is really gonna be, to me, is vital. Of course, you can sit back, chill, relax, but you can go to other cities. But what I did my last 3, 4 years overseas was like, I was working on a book, working on writing a book, not watching TV, working on my mental, just trying to find ways how I can make myself better. And also, also stacking your bread. Make sure you stack your bread so at least you'll have something to show for it when you do go back to the crib. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main thing for me.
Cool. How about you, Terrick?
Yeah. Kammeon touched on a lot of important bases, man. Like, number one is play your role. If you don't play your role, they will send you to the crib. Like, if you send a highlight, if your agent said you as a shooter and you can't shoot, or you going to the crib. If you're a dribbler, you're a passer, you get into the lane, you create, you're a creator. You might average 30 at your college. You might go overseas and average 5 points and 17 assists. Like, you just gotta adjust your game to whatever your coach like. Cause you might actually get a coach. You might actually get a coach that have you come in to train this guy at 17 that might be going to the league, or a guy that's supposed to be their next guy, their money maker. So you might come over there think you finna go off, like I'm finna go average 30. But you might be over here shaping him up, get him ready for going to college in America. So the number one thing that when you playing overseas, man, just play a role. Stay tuned. Don't do nothing crazy to get locked up or get your passport revoked. Nah, just stay in your zone. Like, you go there for a reason. And as long as you stay over there, man, no matter how much money you make, stack your money. Because at the end of the day, man, you're gonna get old. At the end of the day, you gotta retire. So once you stack your money, and make sure you get insurance when in the States. Because once you leave from over there, man, your insurance is gone. So you be in the States with no insurance. Because once you get on that plane, they don't care about you. But once you step off that plane over there, whatever country you be at, then when they start caring about you. But once you get off that plane in America, them folks don't care about you. So just stack your money. Just find some stuff to try to invest in. So when you get done playing basketball, you'll have something to look back on and be comfortable about. To see what you done did with your money that you worked hard for.
What type of things can get you your passport revoked? Playing.
All right. It really depends on what country you're in. Like, you go to Dubai and you cuss, you go to jail, they take your passport. You spit on the ground in Dubai, they might take your passport. Like, you do stupid stuff in Spain, you fighting and stuff like that, you go to jail, they'll send you back to the house. Like, anything you go to jail for, anything. Like, that's just like America. Okay. You'll go to, that jail, they revoke it. You gotta get a visa. You stay more than 90 days to try to leave, they'll kick you out.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah, you're right. You said, yeah. So after 90 days, after 3 months, you gotta leave the country. Cause if you're not there, if you don't have a visa, you gotta leave the country and re-enter. Like, you can go to the country next beside it, but as long as you leave the border and come back in. Back. Yeah, but as long as if you have a visa before then you're good.
Wow. So, yeah. Okay. So I know you broke it down a little bit there, Terrick, but life after overseas, basically, like, is there like something set up for y'all? Is there like, what I'm saying? How with corporations you get a 401k, you get different accounts, you get different investments, things of that sort. So just, breaking down as far as like a business, is there security for you all after basketball, or what are you all, like you said, I know you said find things to invest in. Like, what are your focus investments? Like, what are you doing to secure that foundation and that, that security, that financial security that, once you leave that court, you have it on the other end?
That's a good question, bro. And for the most part, and these are good questions you ask, man, because people need to know stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So for the most part, to answer your question, you overseas, so you're not getting paid by the government over here. You're getting paid over there by the government. So for once, depending on what country you're in, you don't have a 401k. Like he said, you on their insurance, but when you get out that plane, you on the state's insurance, American insurance. That's one thing I did get insurance after I was 26 years old, because at the same time you're gonna be home for 2-3 months. You still need insurance. Things happen. But for the most part, to my understanding, I played in France, right? There's only one country I know of where if you play there a certain amount of years, when you retire, you get that retirement check. And for it's like 401k, they don't overseas don't offer that, but you still can do your own 401k, through different other platforms and things like that, like Vanguard, But you have to, that's why it's good to have knowledge and understand and stuff like that, because a lot of players don't know that. But also, what's about it? So with France, and that's a good question. So if you sign a contract, say you sign a contract in August, right? From August to the end, the season ends in May. So in France, how it works, once you sign that contract, it's automatic guaranteed, which means if you tear your ACL the next day, you don't get your whole check from August, not to the end of May, but to August to the end of I want to say to the end of June. So that's a whole 10, 11 months. Whereas in other countries, like for instance, if I say like Finland, you sign a contract from August to May. And then if you get hurt and your contract not guaranteed, you going home. And you going home not with your guaranteed money, unless that's where the agent come in at. Yeah. You work out a situation like, hey, can I get paid for the next 4 months? Even though you're not gonna get paid, so sometimes they might not even pay you. They only pay you for your time served there. So like I said, it's a tricky game, man. So that's another thing for it, but guaranteed contracts. It's important that when you sign guaranteed contracts, it's different depending on what city means guaranteed. So like I said, in France, that's why a lot of guys love playing in France. France is love. France like the only country where I went overseas, and after I got finished with my season, you know how they get a refund here for the government, like what they call income tax. They have really income tax season, like for the money you made, you get the income tax back the next year. So that's that's why France is a real professional, and that's a league. Well, it's a high level league, and they really offer all those things for us, 401k, retirement, but it depends on how long you play there.
Okay. Thank you for that. One.
And I'm sorry, but for us, like life after basketball, well, for me, like I said, like Tori said, like for me, I gotta tell kids, like one day the ball gonna stop, right? So what you gonna do when that ball gonna stop, right? That's why it's important. It ain't gonna, it's not gonna last forever, but that's why it's important to also how you carry yourself. Be professional. Not saying anybody perfect, but be professional. Be a people person. Be coachable. So the relationship that you build, after the season over with, you'll have people, coaches you ran into. Depends on if you want to coach. Now I know Terrick, and whenever he get there, I'm pretty sure Terrick make a good coach. That's why it's important. And for me, I actually had a coaching opportunity in the midst. I had an injury, and I was offered an interview with the Atlanta Hawks, player development, the Brooklyn Nets, and my alumni. And everybody that just was a blessing, because I wasn't even ready to coach yet, but they offered it to me. That's why I know, like, once I'm done playing for sure, I'm definitely gonna go into coaching. And also what I have working on right now, is my entrepreneurship, which is get my first book published, and after that, I'm gonna continue to keep on publishing books and continue to picking up on my speaking engagement. So I do have a plan, but only thing is, like, you just really trusting that process, and just being patient, and having faith that the work you put in, just like basketball, whatever you invest your time into in life, it's gonna strengthen itself into your life. Whatever you do, if you invest your time in just women, you have a lot of women, you have a lot of problems. you know what I'm saying? You invest your time into, like Quinn, his beard product, but he invested time to create his beard product, and he was efficient with it, and he was consistent with it, and therefore he's gonna create a great product. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel.
Good plug.
Hey, I appreciate that, Kammeon. And
hey, Stone Leaf Organics, y'all get one, man. Stone Leaf Organics, y'all.
That plug.
Your beard was, very glossy.
I do have about 3 more questions. We're gonna probably do about 3 more questions. We're gonna wrap it up. Both of you guys did come off of injuries. How did that play in your, decision making going overseas, and how did that play on y'all mentals to be prepared to play the next season coming off those injuries? Whichever one of y'all want to go first, but I really want to hear.
I mean, Terry, you go ahead, quick, Terry.
Yeah, mine quick. See, I told my Achilles,
Mm.
and I told my Achilles same day Kobe tore his. So that means.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But so you told your Achilles that might be the worst injury you ever can have. I don't wish that on nobody. And once you tell your Achilles, you gotta learn how to walk, run, everything again. Oh man. Before I told my Achilles, I used to be a high flyer. After that, I just became a shooter. And I was fresh out of college. I wasn't overseas or nothing. I was fresh out of college. So I had to deal with local rehab. So it really was mental. It was like mental. That was the strongest. I want to give up so many days, man. So many days I just wanted to be like, forget it. Like my leg was hurting. But after you come out that surgery, it's all a mind thing. Because in your mind, you be like, oh, I did that. So when you get back on this court and you trying to do the same thing you used to do, you be like, will it tear again? Or will it not tear again? So once you get out your mind that, oh, it's not gonna tear again, you have to worry about the other leg.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta worry about the other leg tearing. So you really gotta work both legs. Everything you do with that one leg, you gotta do with the second leg. And it was just like it was just mentally tough. After you get through that mental block and get to where you need to be at, after you sit down and think about it and pray about it and claim, oh, I'm gonna get through this. The next day, man, you'll wake up, you won't have no fears, no thoughts or nothing. But it's totally mentally. And once you get through that, man, I'm telling you, you'll be a better player than you was before you told. Because you'll be stronger mentally. You won't get tired easy. What you went through and how much pain and how much sweat to get to where you at now from that injury, that just makes you stronger on the court, stronger as a person off the court also. So it really was a blessing because it actually slows you down and sit you down and make you look and make you just think and just look at life, like how good and how thankful you are to be in the situation that you are and be able to walk, to be able to run, to be able to jump. Like it's people that can't even do that. And I was put in that situation for the last 4 months. So I realized how blessed I was just to walk. So it actually was a great mountain turner. So I'm glad it happened when it happened. It was painful, but I'm glad it happened.
And yeah, but it's to pick up what Terry said, but yeah, like everything he said was true. The main thing is your mental. The mental aspect is very important. Queen, I know Terry. No, I know you don't know, but I took my ACL my freshman year in college, last day of summer school, 18 years old. So there was me. It was big because I never had a serious injury like that. I thought my career was over with until the doctor told me, she's like, Cam, guys have these injuries like every month, every year. It's athletes have it. It's something it's a routine they have. So, but basically, I overcame that, and to me, that was the best thing that happened to me my freshman year because coming into Georgia Tech, it was a prestigious school. It was real hard academically. I had 21 hours, so I had to catch up academically, and also when I came in, I was 199 at the time, so it gave me time to get stronger, to get bigger, work on my physicality part too. So I would say it was the best thing that happened to me. And for us 2 years ago, in 2018, I tore my ACL again in Romania, and at the time I'm 28 years old. And also, I had an ACL reconstruction, so it was a 13-month process. So now I'm thinking, like, am I done? Like, is my career over with now? Now that you just hang it up, right? And that's when the doctor told me, "Kid, I don't think you're ever gonna play again because you're getting older." And I was just like, maybe he's right. But then I said, you know what? I ain't never been the type of person to do what somebody else say. So I said, I'm gonna give him another shot because just because you say that I'm not gonna be able to play doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So like I said, take chances. You don't know what you can do. So I took a chance, and like Terry said, I had the best last year. I was one of my best seasons in Czech Republic. My numbers, my percentage, I made the All-Star, selected to the All-Star team, and I was just a totally different player mentally. Like my game, of course, picked up because of my my relentless work ethic. But my game was just on a whole nother level. My mindset is like, like I was on a whole nother level, and it made me stronger mentally, and also made me take chances with other stuff outside of basketball, as far as in my community, as far as even do other things I didn't even thought about doing. So to me, it's the whole mental thing because the physical part is to me, it's the easy part. Because once it's time you get over to rehab, but once it's time to strengthen back up, I mean that's what I'm going to. But it was just basically mental, man, because to me, when guys come off those injuries, for one thing, it take away your athleticism, like Terry said. So for me, I was known to be a banker, but after that, I was facing up in the J. I ain't got time to do all that. No more. Get older, I'm just keep it simple. Keep it simple and smooth, and get my buckets. But for one thing, like I said, I take away your athleticism. I guess I'm still athletic, but not like I used to be. Of course, they come with age, but also I had 2 ACL injuries, and that's tough. And still to be playing, 7 years as a professional, like this says a lot about my mental toughness, and also about just my desire to want to play. But that's what I just say about it.
Okay. So what's that? Just to, get on not off subject, but like, what's that diet like? What's that? What are you all putting in your body? Like, how important is that health aspect? To get up and down that court and go 4 quarters and like train every day, run every day. Like, what are you all doing? Like, is it protein shakes? What is it, man? Like, what's the secret sauce, man?
The secret sauce, Terry.
Go ahead, Cam. Mine's simple. Go ahead, Cam. Go break your gluten.
No, well, for me, bro, it started at Georgia Tech because in high school, we were eating hot dogs, potato chips, Doritos for the game. But when I got to college, man, that's when I realized like it's totally different. Like I said, I came to 199, so we were living 3 times a week, eating 4 or 5 meals. They made me eat 5 meals a day, but also what I was eating though, I was eating high protein meals. Of course, I was getting my carbs in. I was drinking like 3-4 protein shakes a day, and I was just they had me like on a schedule, man. So I just got adapted to it. Like it was, you lifting heavy. In the summertime you live in the off season you live heavy, but during the season you lifting to maintain because you understand that when you're running and stuff, you're like during the season you're gonna lose some weight. That's why in the summertime you live heavy, so you can buff up. You buff up an extra 5-10 pounds from the season start. You lose those 5 pounds, they won't be much bad because you buffed up them 5-10 pounds. So that had to work. But for me, there was the diet was the most important thing that separate the mediocre from the great. And also it's gonna prolong your career on what you put in your body. So, and speaking of that, so right now, by me having 2 ACL injuries, you know that the more weight you have, it's gonna be bad on your knees. So that's why it's important for me to stay lean. I'm 6'8". My playing weight is between 225, 230. And right now I'm like 233. I mean, because it's off season. I ain't really been, not off season, I just got back. I've been working out, not like I have, but 233 it's a good weight for me because I'm still lean. But a regular diet for me consists of for now, for breakfast, I may do like a shake. I make me a shake like spinach. I do bananas, strawberries. I do whey protein, organic, and I may eat a bowl of cereal. If I'm finna work out hard, I'm gonna go with an omelet, a nice little veggie omelet, and I may go with some private pancakes or French toast. Gotta get the sweet in there. And so for a hard day for lunch, I'm having a hard day for lunch. I'm probably instead of eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'll probably eat some pasta, eat some chicken pasta, the protein. I may eat some shrimp pasta. For dinner, that's when I'm gonna get that baked chicken or grilled chicken. I may go with a steak, a baked potato, or some asparagus. So I'll get my vegetables in, and I'll get my protein in, and I'll get my starches in. And so that's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then at nighttime, probably eat a bag of popcorn. Or I might go to P&J sandwich. So that's like 4 meals. But as you get older though, as you get older, you gotta watch your weight because you gain that weight as you get older. So now my diet is real light right now. I ain't gotta do this stuff I did in college. I'm getting older, you gain weight, but I'm keeping it lean and I'm keeping it, making sure that I'm putting the right stuff in my body for its water, so that I'll be able to play them 35 minutes of the game without getting tired, without giving up. Because what you put in your body is really important on how your career gonna be and how you perform on the court.
Appreciate it. That's cool. You, Ted, what's up?
That soldier, man, he got a strict diet, he the vegan and all that stuff.
Okay.
See, I went to NAI and I went to HBCU. So why? we ain't have no workout plan. we lift, you go to the camp, we might get some nachos, some chicken, and a hamburger. That's your hot pocket, go home, cook some spaghetti. But after you start doing that, man, as I got older, man, I had to slow down. Like now I eat hot wings every day. I ain't gonna tell you the story. I eat hot wings every day. I try to eat a salad 3 times a week. I try to get the greenery in. I try to get some veggies in. I drink a lot of water. I don't drink no sodas.
Okay.
Just really water and Gatorade and coconut. I drink a lot of coconut water now after a workout. Help me rehydrate real easy. I do a lot of stretching. Goodbye. I'm old. I'm a little
Man,
old.
you was on point with that stretching. You got so left out there.
Yeah, but you gotta hit that stretching. But diet wise, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I spend like $100 a week on ice cream. Uh, strawberry shortcake, chocolate and Claire. I can show you my freezer right now. I got like 6 boxes. So
Ice cream.
that's crazy. Yeah, but that's my diet. But
Wow.
I try to get a lot of veggies in like 3 times a week. I try to get a salad 3 times a week though.
But I see you still keep them fluids in you, and you still working out. So you kind of
Yeah.
balance it out a little bit. We
You know,
feel
try to get a sponsor by Gatorade. You know, they blow Gatorade sponsor me. Go ahead and set me a smite.
I'm a theory, man.
It's lit. It's lit. So another like business portion as far as like, the whole overseas, like, and of course we, look at things as a business and making it make sense. How are those contracts? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the contracts? Like, are you subject to maintain a certain amount of assists, a certain amount of rebounds, a certain amount of points? Are you gonna be averaging 15 to 30 minutes? How is that contract based off? Like, what do they base it off of, and how does that, go out through the seasons? Are you changing teams and things of that sort? Like, what is that process like?
Yeah,
Well,
win.
go ahead, Terry.
Really, man, win. Yeah, you win. You win, you safe. You
Okay.
lose, you gone. They might give you like 3 games. I don't care if you average 30. They might give you like 3 or 4 games. If the head or the crowd be like, nah, we don't like him, or they send you to the crib. If the other local teammates be like, we don't like him, he too selfish, he's not helping us win, oh, they gonna send you to the crib. So the only how you will switch teams if you at a mid level and like a higher level team want to buy your contract out and send you to that team. But other than that, you're gonna sign for your months. You're gonna sign a full season contract, a 1 year deal. That's really it. You just sign a 1 year deal. It's really the teams I don't play for. We never had to sign like you had to score like a certain amount of points, or you might play a certain amount of minutes. Like the organization will tell you that when they first try to sign, like we're gonna get you play 30 minutes, play 40 minutes. We need you to do this. So all the contracts I signed, I never had nobody be like, you get a certain amount of shots, you get that. You just gotta win. You win, you get bonuses. So that's why you want to win. You lose, you go to the crib, really. So you really get all teams I'll be on, you get a 3 or 4 game losing streak. After that, either you gone or somebody other American gone.
Mm.
Like Terry said, now like I said, I've been like in Europe most of my time, but now I can't relate in Lebanon. I'm in Lebanon. Everybody knows Lebanon, just like Dubai, they pay their bread, right? The trick is though, you can be averaging 30, like 30, 25 a game. But if your team is not winning, they finna let you go, which is the dumbest thing I ever heard because they culture and stuff. But before, for the most part, I only had to worry about, there was one thing, that was in Lebanon, but for the most part in Europe, I had a pretty, good official career where it's like, it's guys that, average 12, 11. They're like, seriously, if they winning, they safe. And also, like, I've been on teams in Europe where, never been on a bad team. I've been on a team where I'm average, because my average for my professional career is around at 15, 16, 8 points a game, which is solid. So I'm a solid player, but basically, I never had any problems with losing. Even when you losing, you pretty much straight depends on what country you're in. Before when it comes to contracts. So that's another thing to talk about. It depends on what you put in the contract. So as a vet, instead of 2 days this year, I usually put in them. I'm doing 1 practice a day. I can do that. I got the leverage. And then put in my time, put in my work. So I had one, instead of doing 2, I did 1 practice a day because of my injury, and I had 2 ACL injuries. No need for me to be practicing twice a day, playing 30 minutes a game. That's insane. If you want me to last the whole season.
Yeah.
Another thing is sometimes you may put stipulations in there, like if Terrick get 20 and 10, he get $500 bonus for every 20 and 10 he get. So for every win you get, you may get 300 euros. If you make it to the playoffs, you may get 500 euros. If you win the league, you get a $2,000 bonus. So that's when you're talking, that would make you want to go a little harder. You put no bonus in your contracts. And also, it's a clause, just like right now, it's a clause based with this pandemic. Just say it's the pandemic going on and the season just stopped, right? It depends on what team you're on, what league you're on. You might not get all your money because that whole thing is this is a pandemic. Our sponsors, they're not making no money. So how we gonna pay y'all? So now you gotta get a pay cut. How they want to cut it, and that's why, for me, the situation happened to me last year when this pandemic hit. We had like 2 more months left, and they wanted to just say, we're gonna pay you 50%. And by me being a vet, the player, I said, you know what? I said, they said, what do you feel like you should get? I said 100%. They said we said 50. I said 100. So you know what? So now we negotiating. So now they say 70. I say 90. They say 85, take or leave it. I say 85. So it comes to the experience when you got to negotiate things before the contract part. That's basically how the contract thing go. Whatever you want to put in there, whatever your age put in there, and that's basically how it is.
Cool. Appreciate y'all touching base on that, man. Some people wonder how that stuff goes, and if that is, stipulations as far as points needing to be scored, the average and things of that sort. But win or go home, as they say. So you can't argue with that. You get your chance. So man, I appreciate y'all going in on that one. What are the living conditions like? What is that like? The lifestyle?
For the most part, it depends on where you at. As a rookie, my first couple of years in playing overseas, living conditions, they were pretty much fair. I played in Finland. I had my own apartment. I was in small town, so I didn't need a car. They provided two meals a day for me. They didn't have to pay for. I don't have to pay for their third meal. But so the only thing you really paying for overseas is your food. You're not paying for no rent. If you got a car, you paying for the gas. But so you pretty much you saving your money. If you got bills, paying your bills back at the crib. But as far as the living conditions, I never had a bad experience with any living conditions. I've been fortunate enough to play, but my living conditions were pretty solid. So.
Cool.
I think I had my first year. I played in South America. I'll never go back in my life again. I was in Bolivia. That was my first year. That was the worst living experience ever. I would eat stuff I ain't think. I don't know. I probably ate I don't know, about rats, everything, but it looked like chicken on the grill. But my first year, I had a roommate. Because I was in South America, my rookie year, I had a roommate. It was 3 of us in one apartment, 3-bedroom apartment. And any other time, like Kammeon and said, you got your own apartment. And most of the times, my teams were sponsored by the restaurants. You can eat at the restaurants, or you just, see, I'm a cooker, so I might just go to the grocery store, get my little monthly allowance, go to the grocery store, buy my food, and I cook. I like to cook all the time. I just tighten up on my experience. So when I get back to the States, I'll be nice in the kitchen like I am, Saying that, man, the living experience really cool, man.
Spaghetti.
Oh, spaghetti. Why? We made a spaghetti. Why, me and Quinn made a spaghetti during Greek picnic. Well, they were like 6 years ago. No, it was like 7 years ago. Well, they need to sell this on TV. Best spaghetti ever. Other than that, though, the living conditions are really straight, man. Like, they give you enough room for, if you got your wife, your girl, your homeboy, your mama, somebody come visit, man. You got your own apartment, so you got your own space. So it's really cool.
And also, say like me, I'm being married now, but say you put in the contract that your wife or your girlfriend, whoever your significant other is coming over, they'll pay for the flight. But you have to let your agent know that, because, like I said, if you have not, because you asked not. So a lot of times guys don't know. So if you got your girl, somebody coming over, put in the contract, they're gonna pay for a flight. So now that's a round trip back, to and back there. And also for us, we get a guaranteed flight. They're gonna pay for even if you get cut or not, they pay for your flight over there and they pay for your flight back. So at least you ain't gotta worry about that when stuff hit the fan. So
Cool. All right, man. QB say we about to wrap it up. So I got a blitz for y'all real quick, man. Just some quick things that I want to touch on, man. I see, Terrick got the Kobe poster back there. You got the 24 on the Georgia Tech jersey back there. Like, what was his impact? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you all feel, that inspiration, how do y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the passing of Kobe, the Mamba mentality, like, what does that mean to you all? Like, how significant is that for your generation and watching basketball and learning and, seeing the greats and things like that,
Man, for one, Kobe Bryant, when you, like I said, when you hear Kobe Bryant, you already think, of course, he's a winner, he's relentless. But for me, the thing that stood most about me with Kobe Bryant, his work ethic, man. Like, I don't know a dude who outworked Kobe Bryant. His work ethic was ferocious, bro. Like, it was just, he had a plethora of moves, and not only that, but he was a good person. Like, on off the court, he was a good family man, just a good guy in general. So, like, I mean, I can't even, his stuff was out the chart. But when I hear Kobe Bryant, I think about a winner, I think about a competitor, and I think about somebody who got that killer instinct. So, and I can go on and on, but like, for the most part, man, he just greatness, bro.
Kobe Bryant, the best of all time, period. Like, ain't nobody better than ever, mind frame, killer instinct. Kobe Bryant was actually my brother. Like, that's my brother. He died, I cried, bro. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, he was the, everything to me. I watched him growing up. I didn't even like basketball. I didn't even like Kobe Bryant until I watched him play. I found out he was a Cone Stone killer, man. Like, I ain't know in my life seen nobody had that killer instinct like he did. I play in Kobe's to this day.
That's lit.
My brother. We kind of look at my cousin. Like,
awesome. Top 5 players of all time.
Kobe.
Ooh, all time? Man. All right. So this is my 5 all time. You gotta have number 1, Michael Jordan. All right. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Number 3, LeBron James. Number 4, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
And number 5, I'm going with Julius Erving.
That's tough.
I never seen none of people play besides 2 people. So I'm going with number 1, Kobe Bryant. Number 2, Allen Iverson. Number 3, Ray Allen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, bro. Bro, I'm a shooter, bro.
Yeah.
Ray Allen.
All time.
Right.
I don't even like everybody else. I don't even watch people play. Like, I ain't watch nobody play like that. I just started watching basketball.
Your list might be none and void. We might have to
thank you.
Number 4, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was that guy.
Number 4?
Michael Jordan was that guy. Number 5 is Shaq.
Number 5 is
Shaq. Okay.
I got a point guard.
That's it.
It's a killer, baby.
Okay.
I like your list. I like your list here. Maybe not in that order, but I like your list.
Yeah, he got a good list.
I didn't know it was an order. I thought we were just saying 5.
Yeah, we just saying 5. We just saying 5.
Yeah,
I like both of y'all lists, man. I like AI. I like Wilt. You know what I'm saying? Definitely LeBron, Kobe, MJ.
LeBron trash.
So what, Torrey?
LeBron trash.
Hey, bro, Terrick, I cannot have you as a professional basketball player saying LeBron James trash.
All right, he ain't trash. He just ain't.
It's so disrespectful, Torrey.
He ain't trash. He ain't trash.
That leads into the last question.
He ain't better than Carmelo.
He better than Carmelo?
No, he's not.
How many rings?
No.
You know what? We don't want to talk about rings.
Do not say rings. I'll dip to say that.
Okay,
I'm about to say that. Big ring Kobe got.
You know what? Melo's skill, like, we talking about skill.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff. If Melo would have won Rookie of the Year, that he got robbed, that they gave LeBron, it would have been Melo instead of LeBron. They just put LeBron because he came out of high school. He came from the project and shit like that.
I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
The boys, the man's a
Melo
beast.
is a can't nobody in the league guard Melo right now. You can't say that about LeBron right
Bro,
now.
come out and guard LeBron, Terry.
Why stop? He's scared of
Quinn,
He's scared of Kevin Durant.
on this. Bro,
Bad player.
LeBron
Who's
is
the best
in year
player in the NBA right now? Who's the best player in the NBA right now? Who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Right now, LeBron James.
Why stop? Kevin Durant is the best player in the league right now.
He hurt.
Not the best.
Oh my.
Not the Terry.
See how he come back after that injury because
That man, look, let me tell you. He's not no crossover, take off type of guy. He'll catch over, shoot over 7 footer.
He can be a crossover.
Crossover, stretch over, pull up. He don't need all that. Watch. Man, scared of Durant. He's scared of Durant. He's scared of Durant.
You know why LeBron the best in the league? You know what separates LeBron?
Hall of Famers on his team.
Nah, bro. LeBron, bro, his mindset. But look, LeBron do things the other players can't do. You know what? He make guys around him better, bro.
He get a whole team of Hall of Famers.
He make guys. He make and his IQ.
That man played with 3 Hall of Famers every year.
His IQ is out the charts, Kerry. His IQ out the charts, bro.
He done played with Hall of Famers every year,
bro. You know, Shump played. You know, I told you, Shump told me the difference between playing with LeBron and Carmelo.
Right. If LeBron had Westbrook on his team, they would have won a championship.
They'll fight.
They would have won. If he had James Harden, LeBron James, and Westbrook on the same team, when Kevin Durant had his team, LeBron then would have won about 3 championships.
No, they won. You want to know why? No, they won. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you. I don't like Buki. Let me tell you why. James Harden was not the superstar he was then.
But he was the 6th man.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't getting paid like he was now. Once you start getting that money, his confidence went up. He knew he could do whatever he wanted.
Gave him the money. He was good.
No, he wasn't. He ain't had that confidence because his money wasn't there. He got that money, his confidence went out the roof. And he started doing whatever.
Hey, y'all.
If Kobe would have got.
Hey, y'all mute Terry. Mute Terry.
Listen. Hey, look, look.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you guys said muted, bro.
That is crazy.
If Kobe would have got Chris Paul, Kobe would have had 2 more rings. But guess what? LeBron ain't getting no more rings.
We gonna buzzer you.
They don't get no more rings. He got too many. He got 4. He don't catch Kobe.
He'll get 5.
I really appreciate.
Politics ain't gonna let him. Y'all should know that.
I appreciate y'all for coming on here, man. It looks like we gonna have a heated debate after the podcast too.
No, you ain't coming to leave y'all.
We appreciate y'all for coming on to Make It Make Sense podcast, man. We appreciate y'all, 2 professional athletes, man. Stand up guys. We appreciate y'all, man. Honestly, y'all took some time out, answered some good questions. Y'all did not get to flip the script on us though, so that's one thing y'all didn't do. I'm glad because y'all probably.
I know, right?
And yeah, man. Tell us what y'all got going on. Going into y'all future, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Again, Quinn, and what you say, Sway, right?
Swayze, yep.
Sway and Quinn, man. I thank y'all guys for having me, bro. I'm humble. Appreciate you, for allowing me to come on and be a part of this great podcast. But for right now, for me, that's a good question, Quinn. Right now, like I said, we're in the pandemic. Before it's the future, I know my future is real bright, bro. And right now, like I said, I'm working on my book, and it's gonna be finished and published next year. Also, coaching, probably another year or 2. Definitely gonna be at some collegiate or professional level coaching. And right now, man, I'm just basically just like you don't have an answer to everything, but right now I'm just what you call it. I would say in the transition right now. Like I'm in the transition, and I'm using the time. My downtime is like this. To me, downtime is prep time. So use your downtime to prep. So when opportunity comes, you're already prepared for what God got you for the next level. So that's what I'm at right now.
Good.
I really appreciate y'all, reaching out to me, allowing me to come on here, really touching. I feel that But I done played 7 years, so I probably got about 2 more years. And I'm probably done. My time I done started a vending machine company. I done put 3 vending machines in stores. I done put like 5 bubblegum machines at Mexican restaurants. I got 2 mutual funds, little stocks and bonds. Really just prepping myself up for the long run, like after basketball. Um, that's really about it. Just hopefully just to build this chain of these vending machines, get them in. Probably get about 30 or 40. I really can just chill. Cause at 9 to 5, I'm gonna end up quitting if I get a job. I
Hey,
ain't
Terry, you
gonna lie
gotta
to
stop
you.
being selfish, man. You got after we got the car, you got to about the vending machine. I wanna invest in it too now.
Yeah, man.
So much negativity.
How we
So
make it
much.
make sense. That's exactly how we make it make sense.
Gotta
Right.
Um, can I finish before y'all jump in mine?
Go ahead, man.
Golly. I just want to thank everybody out there watching this. My name is Terrick Phillips. Thank you for watching me, Quiz.
Where,
Sweet.
where can they find you on IG? Or
Oh,
Facebook, anything?
you can find me on IG at TDP1032. Hell no, that ain't my name.
This
Not my
man
name.
here, man.
That is not my name.
You a fool, man.
Find me at TDP1032. That's my Instagram. And my Facebook is Terrick Phillips. You just add me. I be having interesting stories on my journey. I'm an interesting guy.
What
Are
about
you?
you,
For me, you can follow me on Instagram at Cam Cares Foundation. It's KMKARES Foundation. Basically, you'll see where things I have did in my community for the past, and just and also how to get involved with it. Just positive things in there. And also, for those who don't know, I create I post positive inspiration, motivation videos on my Cam Talks page, and that's KMTALKS on Facebook. You can follow me at Cam Talks, and also on Instagram you can follow me on at Cam Talks _inspiration. So like I said, if you want inspiration, motivation, encouragement, devotional, I try to enlighten people up. So that's what I do. And also Facebook, follow me at Kammeon hosting.
Hey, one Swayze, what you got?
Hey man, at ONESWAYZE, One Swayze. Facebook, everything, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, y'all on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. That's it, man. We about to drop some new music before the month's out. That's really it for me. Clothing line finna be booming coming next year. About to open the office up, put some things in the building, just putting plans together, man. And that's it, man. Kicking it on the podcast, my boy QB. We're trying to make it happen.
Of course, y'all gotta get y'all some beard oil, Stone Leaf Organics. Of course, Kammeon, show them again if you got some.
Hey man, there you go.
Hey, the beard oil, man, it soothes the itch. It gives you the glam that you need whenever you're going out, man. I really appreciate y'all for coming on to the show. Y'all be safe. Continue y'all strive for greatness, motivation, and determination to be great men and players on the court. I salute y'all, man, on everything y'all do.
Definitely.
Likewise, Quinn.
Well, your beard look like fur. Really?
Being ridiculous right now, bro.
That shit look crazy.
Yeah, in person, it look crazy.
You like it's like fur. Like, oh my God.
Y'all be safe, man.
All right, man.